Hey guys, I am back in another black and white video, and I hope you guys like these because I kind of do. I think they're kind of cool. Um, so like I said, for my review videos and stuff, I think I'm going to start doing like black and white. But anyway, this is going to be a full review on the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation. And if you guys don't know or you haven't watched already, I have like a first impressions slash first use video about this foundation, and kind of what I do in it is I don't really give you guys a demo of how to apply it because that's pretty self-explanatory. You do it however you want to. But what I do is I pretty much show you guys exactly what my face looks like when I put the foundation on. So like literally just a few minutes after I put the foundation on, and then I go a couple hours later and I show you, and then a couple hours later, and I think I ended up going like 6 or 8 hours later, showing you what my face looked like. So I will link that in the bottom bar if you guys are interested in seeing that. I definitely recommend, if you're interested in this foundation, after you watch this review, to go check out that channel, or that video, because it is informative. But anyway, so I said I was going to do like a more in-depth review on this foundation after I had kind of used it more, because once again, that video was actually just the first time I'd ever used this foundation. So I currently don't have this foundation on right now. I don't have any foundation on right now. All I have is a little bit of powder. That's why you can see some spots on my face and stuff. But I'm not really going anywhere today, so I didn't put like a full face of makeup on. I just put a little bit of the Dream Matte powder. But anyway, my trash can just fell down outside. That's lovely. Anyway, sorry. So the very first time that I applied this foundation, I applied it with just my moisturizer underneath. I didn't apply a base, and I set it with my Dream Matte, my Maybelline Dream Matte powder, like this one here. And I kind of felt like I needed to use a base with this because it didn't smooth on my face well, which I kind of talked about in my video. It's kind of like, since it's a mattifying foundation, it kind of is a little bit drying, so it dries really, really fast when you put it on your face, so it's kind of hard to blend out. So I thought that I would try using a base with it, and my favorite base for foundations is the Hard Candy base, which is available at Walmart, and this is just the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Ultralight Formula Foundation Primer, and it's in this funky little packaging type thing. And I think this was $6 at Walmart. By the way, I got this Rimmel Stay Matte at Walgreens for $6 or $8, I think. I'm not sure. It's more likely going to be under $10 though. But anyway, so I went out and bought another one of these because I was actually out of it. And with my other foundation, it was going on pretty good without this, so I didn't feel the need to buy it again. And then after I got the Rimmel Stay Matte, I was like, well, maybe I should try it with this. So I went out and bought another Sheer Envy primer, and I started using it with this primer. And the application was a lot smoother with the primer versus just having a moisturizer on my face. Now, granted, I did still apply moisturizer before I applied my primer, but it just seemed like the foundation kind of smoothed on my face just a little bit better. A little bit, I don't know, smoother, I guess, with the primer, just for the simple fact that the primer is really, really smooth, really like silk filling, and it just helps the product to go on a little bit better. Now, in my first impressions video on this, I said that this wasn't a full coverage foundation. That very first time I tried this, I didn't have any active blemishes on my face. All I had on my face was some hyperpigmentation and some recovering pimples, but I actually didn't have any active like acne or whatever at the time. Right now I do have a couple spots, like one over here and a couple over here in this area that aren't too bad, but they do need to be covered up, if I'm going somewhere where I really care. And normally I can use my Maybelline 24-hour foundation, and it usually covers up any acne that I have. Therefore, I don't need to use concealer on my face. I only use concealer under my eyes. But this foundation, no. This foundation barely covered my hyperpigmentation. I had to put about 2 layers of this on, plus I still had to conceal, which I don't like doing, and I applied my Maybelline Dream Matte powder on top of it, which gives me a little bit extra coverage, if I apply a little bit more. So I definitely don't like that about this foundation. It's great if you don't have many problem areas on your skin, but as you guys all know, I want a full coverage foundation, And I guess this would be great for summertime because, again, it's mattifying. So it's going to help your face not get shiny, and it's also a very lightweight formula. So I guess it could be built up to medium coverage. I would say it is, but it's not as full coverage as my 24-hour Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. And I'm only going to use this foundation when I really don't have any problemed areas on my skin, just because it doesn't give me as much coverage as what I want in a foundation. But some of you guys may look for that. So, you know, if you're looking for a very lightweight, mattifying foundation, this is the foundation for you. If you guys are interested, I'm in the color 100 Ivory. Also, I want to talk a little bit about the mattifying powder, or the mattifying power of this foundation. Now, I'm going to read to you what it says on the back. It says, Shine Control Formula for 12-hour matte coverage with Skin Pure Complex for visibly purified complexion and gentle botanical extracts to help smooth sensitive skin. Oil-free, non-collagenic, fragrance-free, and paraben-free. So it's not supposed to clog your pores. It's supposed to do all this wonderful stuff for your skin. Honestly, I don't think it did much for my skin besides not giving me very well coverage. But as far as the mattifying power goes, you guys, like I said, definitely if you're interested, go check the video out where I do like the every few hours I kind of give you guys an update on how my skin's doing. But actually the first day I tried this, I didn't go anywhere. So I didn't have class until almost 8 o'clock at night, and I honestly didn't go anywhere that whole entire day. So all I was doing was like sitting at home, you know, doing dishes, doing some homework, doing things like that. So I wasn't actually out, you know, in the air doing anything. So my face stayed pretty matte. And I was like, okay, this is cool. It's really working. You know, and as I tell you in the video, all I had to do was dust a little bit of powder on my forehead because my forehead was really the only place that got shiny. And normally my whole face is a grease ball, which is really gross, I know. But, and it didn't get greasy or oily or anything like that. It was just a little bit on my forehead. I dusted a little bit of powder and I was good to go. And that was like several hours later, and I wouldn't have really even had to do that. I just don't like any shine on my face at all. So anyway, I went on after that day, and I was like, well, the real test of this foundation is going to be me going to school, because in my morning classes, I have a morning class that's from 8 to 11, and then I have another morning class, or afternoon class, I guess, that's from 11 to 2. And I wore this foundation to both of those classes, and normally why I say that's like a true test is because I literally sit in those classes for 3.5 hours, and I normally don't get up. I bring a bottle of water, I'll bring a snack or something that I'll eat in there, or if I have to like go to the bathroom or something, I will, but I normally don't like go anywhere. I don't take a break. I just, you know, keep working to get my work done. And I don't know what it is about those 3 hours, but my skin gets so oily. And by the time I get home, if I want to go anywhere or do anything and I really want to look nice or presentable, like if I want to go out with my boyfriend to the movies or something, I feel like I need to take a shower because my skin is so oily. Or at least need to take my makeup off, wash my face, and redo my makeup because it's so oily and it's so gross. It just grosses me out. And even my boyfriend has said, your face, you know, it looks uncomfortable because it looks so oily. So I thought, well, the true test is going to be if this foundation really, really works. Going to those 2 classes, you know. And honestly, my face, I don't know what it was, but my face was still shiny. It wasn't as shiny as with my Maybelline 24-Hour Super Stay Foundation, but it needed, I felt like it didn't look good. I felt like I didn't necessarily need to take it off and redo it in order for it to look good. I felt like I could just blot the oil off and put a little bit of mattifying powder on, and I would be good to go. But I definitely felt like it didn't hold up to what it's advertised for. So, you know, definitely 3 hours. It should have kept my face matte, and it didn't. And again, both of those days, I used my Sharon B primer and I used my Maybelline Dream Matte powder to set it with. So, like I said, you know, it didn't get as shiny as what I normally would have, but it did still get shiny, and I wasn't that happy with it. So, I mean, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this foundation about a 7. Just because I think it would work great for some people if you have super oily skin and you don't need a full coverage foundation. I think this would be perfect for you. But if you're like me, you do have super oily skin and you need a full coverage foundation, I think that you need to stick with the full coverage foundation that you like, and you just need to make sure you got the right color, make sure it's blended on your face well, make sure you set it with a mattifying powder, and then you're just going to have to blot your face and touch up. Because honestly, I think any full coverage foundation on oily skin is going to get oily after just a few hours, especially if you have super oily skin like I do. And the weird thing about it is, if I'm not wearing makeup, my skin won't get oily. My skin may get a little shiny on like my forehead, but it won't get nearly as oily as if I have like a liquid foundation on. So, you know, it's all completely your preference. And that's really all I have to say. If you guys have any more questions, please let me know in the comments below. I hope that this was informative. You know, I'm not saying that this won't work for you. I'm not saying it didn't work for me, because it did. As you guys know, if you look at my first impressions video on this, I really was happy with it the first time I applied it. But again, I didn't have many problem areas on my skin at the time. So just really keep that in mind. And, you know, it's not very much money, so try it. If you don't like it, give it to your friend. I'm going to keep it just maybe for summertime when my skin's not broken out, or, you know, whatever, then I may try it again. But for right now, I'm just going to kind of push it to the back of my makeup drawer, because it's really not something that I'm wanting to use right now, especially because I'm having some issues with my skin. So, but yeah, that's all I have to say, and I hope this was helpful for you guys. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any more questions, and I will answer them for you. Also, let me know if you guys like the black and white. If not, I'll stop doing it. And yeah, see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. I have 90 subscribers now, which I know may not seem like a lot to some people, because, you know, some of these people, gurus on YouTube, have like 100,000 subscribers, you know. But I am so appreciative for all 90 of you guys that have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please go check out my channel and the rest of my videos, and subscribe if you like them. And leave me a comment on my page and let me know. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.